Welcome back to episode 34, when we're going to look at the different ways of capturing audio for a video like this. Now, for those that have been following these videos, I've been using an SM7B, which is about 2.5 feet away from me, and I'm using it as a sort of comparison microphone. So it's the same in every video, so you get a good feel for what this space sounds like. For this video, I've also included a Lav Mic, and this is actually the third attempt to do this video because the radio mics are being interfered with by a piece of kit that is taking me nearly an hour to track down. So it was just extremely noisy. The noise floor was just very, very high, and it turned out to be the power supply for a unit that I've got over here. Disconnecting that power supply cured the problem. And that's the problem with radio systems. Frankly, it's a bit pointless me having a radio pack in my pocket and using it to get from here to there. Radio systems do have a place, but I'm not totally convinced that this is it. And the other thing with radio systems, of course, are the microphones themselves. I'm quite a fan of these. Very tiny Countryman B6s. I rather like them because they're really, really small units. But I found them to be a little bit on the flimsy side. So for this video today, I dragged out quite a cheap one. This one's actually made by Proel. It's a 420, so it's not a very expensive one. And that's what you're listening to me on here. I figured, you know, why should we use a very expensive one? Let's just use a mid-price one. So this is a Proel. It's working fine. It's okay. It's nothing to get too excited about. But a Lav mic does have a place in studios, preferably with a cable on it, but that's another matter. In addition to the Lav and our SM7B, above my head, at about 3 feet away from me, is an Audio Technica shotgun. It's an AT815, so it's quite a narrow shotgun, and it's pointing at my mouth. So it's not pointing at my chest, it's not pointing at my head, it's pointing at my mouth, and that's critical for a shotgun, especially when in a room like this, although the walls are absorbent, so it's fairly dead, the floor is hard. And I don't know whether you'll better hear it, but there is a hard slap back from this floor that sometimes can get picked up. So I've got a shotgun above my head. It's sufficiently out of shot that in the wide angle shot here, it's probably about a foot above my head, something in that region and just in front of me, but it's pointing at my mouth. And then the last microphone I've got is this one down here, an Akg C451 with a Cardioid Capsule on it, and I've used the extension tube, so I've got a low stand on the floor and it's just poking up into shot here, and that's around about 2 feet from my mouth. So you're hearing me on this multitude of microphones. The Cardioid floor mounted, again pointing at my mouth, a shotgun over the top of me pointing at my mouth, a Lav on a radio system, and the SM7B. So I don't think we should have conclusions to this video. We should just let you decide which of these 4 audio sources you prefer the sound of. If I have to guess, I'm SM7B, possibly the Lav. I doubt the shotgun, and probably the Cardioid down here wouldn't be my one to guess. Lav or SM7B I think is going to be my vote without hearing it, although it's quite possible that I'll have to change my mind. So after listening to the results, my vote is actually for the floor-mounted Cardioid. So that's the end of episode 34. Which one of the 4 techniques did you like best? Anyway, give us a like, do the subscribe thing, and we'll see you on the next video. Take care.